Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Well, it's been about a week since we talked to you last, so we
Yes.
wanted to give you an update on our shenanigans.
We've
and
been
our travels.
shenaniganing.
We've been shenanigan around. And so, friends, where are we shenanigan around at?
Well, now we're still in Chiang Mai.
Okay.
And so what we wanted to do is give you a recap over the past week, because we have been some busy little travel foxes over the past week. And we've had, my goodness, we've done lots of different things. We actually have a list here we wanted to go over with you guys, just so you'll know what we've been up to.
So we've been here in Chiang Mai for a week, and just general overall impressions, what would you say?
Oh, every day I just love it more.
Really
I almost don't want to tell you guys how much I love it, because although I love you, someday we're going to have zillions of subscribers,
Right.
and then they're all going to come to Chiang Mai.
So compared to other places we've been to in Southeast Asia so far, what would you say about safety?
Oh, very safe. So I would tell you that, much like if you've been to Japan, and I know a lot of the folks that watch us are living in Japan, it's not uncommon for people to leave their stuff hanging out, right? Like they go to the restaurant, women leave their purses at the table, people leave their stuff, like valuable things.
Mm-hmm.
I see that a lot out here in Chiang Mai. I don't personally do that. I don't think that's really smart for me to do that. It just kind of gives you an understanding of how it's relatively safe here.
And the locals, we've met some really interesting locals. They're very outgoing, very approachable. Mm-hmm. They seem to be very interested and wanting to come up and talk to you, ask you where you're from, especially the ones who you can tell are really interested in maybe practicing their English a little bit.
Exactly, which I am very happy to accommodate that. Everybody's been very interested in our story and kind of how long we're in Chiang Mai. And unlike our experiences in India and unlike our experiences in Nepal, when people would ask us in those countries, like, how long are you all here in wherever, fill in the blank, it was all about their figuring out, okay, how can I sell you something?
Right.
What can I send you to? How can I make some money off this conversation?
Right. Maybe I can be your tour guide.
Hasn't been the way here in Chiang Mai at all.
No, we've not been pressured or not been anyone pushy, trying to find a handout or anything like that. It's been really easy getting around. We've primarily been using Grab. If you're not familiar with that, it's basically just like Uber. Mm-hmm. And Uber has a presence here as well. Super cheap. Even when we were staying a little ways out of town, it would typically cost us about 180 baht, which is around
$4.
Yeah, about $4
for like a 20-minute ride
to get somewhere in 20 minutes.
So quite some time.
Yeah. We've moved a little bit closer, and so that it's definitely a lot less. It's more like 50 baht now, but it's still really cheap, and we're closer to a neighborhood we can walk in. So.
We totally loved our other homestay, by the way, so it had nothing to do with the accommodations or anything. Honestly, when I had booked the other homestay, I didn't realize that we were going to be in Chiang Mai so long, and once we got here, we wanted just to try a different part of town.
Yeah. And so, speaking of our other homestay, we had a very nice Airbnb host. Her name was Janet, mm-hmm. and she's a very, very interesting lady, Dutch. She's been living here in Chiang Mai, how many years?
She said 13.
About 13 years, and she recently had purchased a condominium, actually 2 of them, with the whole purpose of using them for Airbnb. She's very artsy type lady, a little bit eclectic. We really dug that, but just was fun to get to know. She invited us for a barbecue one night.
She hosted a little get-together in her place, which is awesome.
So she had some of her friends come over, and then there were some other Airbnb guests who joined us as well. That was really nice. But the most exciting thing about Janet and her space is that the bottom level of her space has a art studio, and
or a photography
part of it is already set up for studio photography
with lights.
Yeah, so she's already got some lightings, mm-hmm. and I spent quite a bit of time with her talking about some very minor improvements that she could make to make that space ideal. to be able to rent out for a photography studio.
Yep.
But even better than that, not only does she have the space, Frances, what is her specialty? What is the other thing that she has there that just blew our minds, that just blew us away?
So Janet has, she is a seamstress, and she's also a costume designer. So she probably has easy over 300 costumes that are full costumes that are really production quality. She's worked with actors and actresses across the world, and she's produced all kinds of costumes for different occasions. And so, of course, we're thinking, oh my, we could do like this studio workshop.
Yes.
We could have some models in there. So lots of cool things we're thinking about.
We spent a lot of time talking to her about some different business ideas and some potential things that we could do working together, where not only it would benefit us, but would definitely benefit her as well.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
more to come on that for sure. One of the other things I would say we've been doing since arriving in Chiang Mai that's really been important for our personal lifestyle here is just getting into a set routine. So, Frances, what does our routine kind of look like on a daily basis?
We get up when we wake up. So
we don't sleep all day.
No, usually the sun wakes us up, but sometimes not.
If we had a late night out or something going on that night, a conference call or something, we can sleep in. It's no big deal.
Yeah, so basically we get up, we have some time, some personal time, we do some meditation. We've incorporated exercise now into that.
We did some yoga this morning.
Mm-hmm.
The apartment we're at now has a nice little gym with some equipment in it.
We're actually sitting outside on a common space of the apartment, and we originally wanted to show you the pool, which is behind you, but you can't see that because the lighting is not very good to show you the pool, but it's a really nice pool.
Trust us, there's a pool
and
right
behind us over there is a sauna, and up there is a gym. So we have all kinds of workout equipment and space for us here.
Yeah, yesterday we left Janet's place and we moved to another apartment. Again, Frances had mentioned because originally we didn't know we were going to be in Chiang Mai this long, but we decided to stay. And it's just a different neighborhood. So part of what we're doing is exploring the different neighborhoods and different areas around and just getting a feel for where we might want to come back and stay more long term. We've gone to 2 co-working spaces.
Right.
One is located in a mall. If you're listening to this and you're just curious, it's called Camp, and it's in Maya Mall.
So the cool thing about that is there's no entrance fee. You actually can go in there and work without you don't have to do anything. You can just go in there and work. But if you want to have internet speed, if you want to get on the internet and work, then you have to spend 50 baht. At least 50 baht, and it will give you 2 hours of internet time.
That's a cup of coffee, maybe a bottle of water. It's really easy to do.
Yeah. So 50 baht is like $1.50.
Right. And it just so happens to be on the same level, just right across from a movie theater.
Which, we did the movie.
Which is very convenient as well.
That was fun.
That was fun. Nothing really different or unique. They did play the Thai national anthem, but otherwise there's just like any other
comfortable seats,
movie.
nice seats,
and very affordable. I think about $11 USD for 2 movie tickets
and the food,
a very large
and the popcorn,
and 2 very large drinks. So
it was our dinner.
Yeah, you can't beat the price. But hey, who doesn't like popcorn for dinner?
The other thing I need to tell you guys that you need to know about. We came out here and I made dental appointments for us.
Yes, you did.
We each got our teeth cleaned.
So, Frances, how much did it cost for teeth cleaning, just like you would get back at in the States?
First of all, this is the dentist is American trained, and I felt like I was walking into any dentist clinic in the United States.
Absolutely.
I did not feel weird or anything. Only thing different, I guess, is that they asked us to take off our shoes.
And they
had little slippers.
And there's a dentist and an assistant, but the dentist is actually the one who does the cleaning. Because as she's doing the cleaning, she's also doing the check and looking for cavities, looking for any potential problems or whatever.
Yeah.
Guess how much?
They didn't try to upsell us. They weren't like, oh,
no,
we need to do this.
No.
Oh, you need to get X-rays. You need to have this and this.
But just a routine dental cleaning was $20 US each. So we spent $40 for both of us to get our teeth cleaned. And then Frances did have some little minor issues that she recommended she come back to get taken care of.
And they're problems that I've had with my teeth for a while. And honestly, when I was going to the military facilities to get my teeth worked on, the question always came up with, is it hurting you or any pain? No. Okay, well then it doesn't need to be worried about. Just go on about your business.
So she had done what is equivalent to 3 external fillings because she had some regression of her gum line. And how much did that cost you in US dollars?
Well, it didn't cost me anything.
Well, cost us?
Cost us.
$77. $77 US. So,
for 3 fillings.
I don't think you could have gotten a cleaning for that in the US.
No, I mean, it was amazing. And I was in and out of there in 20 minutes.
And we haven't really explored this at this point because we haven't had a need to. But another thing to think about when you're in a place like this is just basically getting your routine healthcare done. And we did come across like a lab the other day. I took a photo of the menu on the outside. So basically they have a lab menu, and you can get everything that you can think of from your cholesterol level, your cancer marker, a thyroid level was, and it's just a few $1,000 baht for each test. And so you can pick and choose, and I'm sure that they have deals where you can get a whole gamut. So very, very affordable, very, very inexpensive. So something to think about coming out to Thailand. Let's see, what else did we do? We went to the Lantern Festival.
Oh, yeah. So if you guys haven't had a chance to look at Keith's photos from the Lantern Festival, I'm just going to tell you, you need to stop this. Stop this video and go look at them.
And stop, if you're watching it live, you might want to continue watching it and then go look at the videos. But they're on our Facebook page. I had a really great time. Frances came out the first night, but there wasn't quite as much activity going on. The second night I went alone, Frances just wasn't feeling that great and was really tired.
I was tired.
But I arranged to meet up with a meetup group through Couchsurfing, and it turned out to be about 15 people, which was quite a large group. Made some really great connections and had tons and tons of fun. So the other people you see in those photos, I'm taking photos of, that's from the meetup group. And so, again, made some really good connections, and some people we'll be in contact with again in the future. Another thing that's happened this week is Frances has managed to publish her second book.
Yeah. So if you haven't, and so
Kindle.
Thank you guys for the folks who I sent the PDF to that were kind enough to give me those awesome reviews. Thank you. So it's on Amazon. It's on anxiety and panic, and it's basically a little booklet, and it's just designed to help people know if their symptoms warrant, further guidance. If it's something that they need to go see somebody about. So it's anxiety and panic. How do I know if I have a problem?
So that's basically what we've been up to, our shenanigans over the past week. Let's just spend a few minutes and just talk about what our thoughts are for our future plans. We do potentially see Chiang Mai as being a second home, so to speak, a second home base.
Yes.
So for those of you've been following our adventures, you probably already know we are due to return to the United States in 2 weeks. We're going to be
9 days
coming back. 9 days.
9 days.
All right, much less than 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
And the plan all along was to be there for the holidays. So we'll be there through Thanksgiving, and we'll be there through Christmas. But we already have plane tickets booked to return in January to
January
Chiang Mai.
1.
The primary reason for that is we're coming back for a conference. This time we're going to bring Heather, our daughter, and Abdul, son-in-law, back with us. And so we're going to explore some other areas of Thailand while we're here. But the reason we say that we're thinking about long-term, maybe making this a second home, is first of all, the weather's pretty crappy in Portland during the winter months. And so that
rainy and cold.
Would be a great time to be here because the weather here this time of the
days are really short.
Is really perfect. It was 77 degrees today. It's not a rainy season.
We're sitting outside.
There's no humidity, so it's really, really ideal weather situation. The other thing is because of something we're thinking about capitalizing on called Geo Arbitraging. So what is Geo Arbitrage? Francis?
I can barely pronounce it.
Well, you can explain what it is. Geo Arbitrage.
It's kind of smart. So, if you're in a place where your income is coming in from a location that is expensive, but you're spending it in a location that's not expensive.
So, if you're making a Western style income level, so United States, Australia, Europe, something like that, but then you're living at least part-time in a place like Chiang Mai, Thailand, where everything is so cheap, then your money goes a lot further.
Right.
So, for example, we just walked down the street literally today to a little Vietnamese pho restaurant, and we each had a nice bowl of pho.
Yes.
And we weren't quite full, so we ordered another side of some fried rice, vegetable fried rice.
Which was delicious.
And it came to a grand total of like $3 and some
120 baht.
And I mean, it's just it's just nothing.
$3.80, I think.
Yeah.
For the both of us.
Yeah. And we have all the conveniences around us, modern conveniences that you would ever want. And the weather's nice. And so why not come live in Chiang Mai for part of the year?
So the thing is, learning or getting a job that you don't have to be the one physically doing that particular job. Or if you are doing a particular job, you're doing it in a way that you can be location independent. Mm-hmm. So if you were working online and you worked for an American firm or an Australian firm, someplace or even in Europe that pays wages that were comparable for a person needing to live there, then that money, you would get it and you would live like someplace like here, and it would be a lot cheaper.
Exactly. And so that's the goal. That's the idea. We've even been talking to like Janet, and we're looking into what it would take to get more of a longer term lease. And we even had the idea this morning of maybe getting a 2-bedroom instead of a 4-bedroom or 1-bedroom apartment, and using the other bedroom for like when
Airbnb.
Family comes, but then rent the other room out as an Airbnb. And so you could potentially make enough money to actually pay the rent.
And so you guys that are sitting out there at the house, wherever that is, think about what you're doing and how you could capitalize on your time and your space to make money for you. So if you're in a home and you have the ability to rent out a room, you really should think about that, especially with Airbnb. It's they have all kinds of protections for the homeowner, and you would make some cash to help pay for your mortgage, or if it's already paid off, you don't have to worry about it. Or if you're renting, it can go towards your rent. Writing the books, like I've done, that is a way of generating some income as you're making, as you're sleeping. Like people buy my books. Also, coming up with things that you're doing that that potentially could be of some value. Like if you are, I don't know, here we are in Chiang Mai, kind of figuring this out. Well, there's people who have done this before us, and then they've written books or have little classes on how to get a visa, and people pay money for that. Right. So it's just a matter of really thinking about how you can make money outside of just you going and doing one particular service.
Punching a clock is how I like to say it. So.
I mean, there's a value in that too. Some people, they find a lot of comfort in that, and they need to have a place where they can feel like the routine.
But if your goal is to travel, which is like our goal is, then you have to figure out a way to get out of that. So.
And we're just honestly just sharing with you our thoughts.
So what else is ahead of us this week? We're going to continue checking out other neighborhoods around here. We're actually talking about maybe just going and looking at some apartments just to get an idea. But the big thing we got coming up this week is this place that we're at now comes with a scooter. And so I think it's time
we're going to learn how to ride a scooter.
We get comfortable with riding a scooter. And again, this all goes with things that we've been saying in the past, getting out of your comfort zone, doing something new. But hey, the scooter's here. It's available
We even have helmets.
It's a relatively safe neighborhood.
We're excited.
Traffic.
Yes.
So why not? Why not?
We don't have to worry about dodging camels.
And I think that could really open up a lot more possibilities for us. So, yes. All right, just want to do a quick shout out to Miss Luana.
Oh, Luana!
Who is out there listening to us right now. So
hey,
I think she's
congratulations on your RN.
Congratulations, Luana. I knew you would do it.
Let me tell you, that was not easy. You had to work your ass off.
I know.
For those of you who are interested, Luana is a fantastic nurse. The only problem is she is a fantastic nurse in the UK. So,
but now she has her U.S.
Now she has her U.S. nursing license, and that's a big deal.
Yeah.
You're like, you're international.
That's right. So congratulations, Luana.
Yes,
and,
that's like a super big deal.
For everyone else,
Yay!
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done that yet. We'll be posting this over there as well. We need 100 subscribers. So
yeah, you guys are like slacking because nobody's been subscribing.
That's right. And
I don't want to take it personally.
And we're going to start writing more and putting that out there on our blog very soon. This past few months has been gathering content, gather. So now we're going to really start pushing some content out online. So thanks for checking in with us. Thanks for following along our crazy adventures. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.